I'm running out of room and money for toy trains. My solution? Buy a cheap shell and install it over the frame of a train I already own. This Williams, Pennsylvania FP-45 shell was new, but lacked the end rails. Williams trim parts are hard to find and they're expensive, so I'm just getting rid of the rails and their mounting spots altogether. I also spent some time removing the molded handrails that are on the nose and the rear of the engine. Now that both ends are flat and smooth, I'm going to fill in some of those holes and gaps with a little bit of sheet styrene. This is going to be cut a little bit oversized at first so that the top, bottom, and sides can be sanded flush with the existing model once they're all attached. The result should be basically a seamless new end and rear for this model that you would think had been molded into the plastic shell all along. That's the goal. This liquid cement is pretty good at making a very permanent bond between two plastic surfaces. And maybe I put on a little bit too much, but it does evaporate quickly, and once this is squeezed together, it's not likely to ever come apart. This modeling putty is from Testors, and I haven't used it since I was a teenager, and now I remember why. It doesn't spread very smoothly. I don't think I'll be buying it again. When I was a kid building models, I used to use a product from Squadron. It was green, and that was so much better than this gray putty from Testors. So, it looks like I'm headed to the hobby shop in the future to buy some Squadron green putty, assuming they still make it. Until that time, I'm left with this gray stuff and a lot of sanding to do. I'm not sure what these little rectangular pieces, what purpose they would serve, but the front and rear areas are just too wide and plain to leave as they were. So these little bump stops, possibly? I don't know what they are, but they look good. And they break up that big, wide area. So here they are. Silver Streak was an action comedy movie from the 1970s that starred Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. It also starred a train. It would be pretty hard to top the original, but if they were to make a sequel, they might be using a more modern engine, such as this FP-45. You won't find a lot of very shiny, very clean locomotives in the real world, but in the 1990s, Williams was offering their locomotives, passenger cars, in a glossy finish similar to this. I happen to like the clean, new, fresh out of the paint shop look, so after I apply some decals that I bought online, I'm going to seal those with a glossy clear coat too. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I like to design and print my own decals whenever possible. But I don't have any way to print white onto a clear decal. I found these on eBay from a seller who calls themselves Circus City. and it turns out these decals are really good. This product will help the decal conform to the shapes on the side of the locomotive. It really does make this decal look like it was painted on. The liquid inside that little bottle of decal setting solution softens up the decal and allows it to fold over onto every crease, every raised area, every little rivet, until it does look like it was painted onto the side of the locomotive. I cut a template that matches the nose area on the front of my FP-45. These two diagonal striped pieces were included with the decal set from Circus City, but they weren't long enough to do in one piece. So they will meet at that leading edge on the nose of the FP-45, and this decal setting solution will help the decal that wraps around the side part conform to some vent detail that you should be able to see towards the end. And I'm going to try to match that seam up in the middle the best that I can so that it looks like one piece rather than two. I will let these decals sit overnight, and at some point I will give it a nice glossy clear coat. It will protect the decals and even out the finish and make it look as if this model came fresh from the Williams factory. So what do you think? Do you like the glossy finish? Or would you rather see something that looks like it's been outdoors on the rails running around for weeks accumulating dirt and grime? I like this shiny finish. This is the way I like to see it, like it's brand new. I miss Gene Wilder, but at least I have this FP-45, and pretty soon I will be releasing a video showing how I converted a Williams F7 into the original train from Silver Streak. And there's always the movies that Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor made together after this. So until next time, thanks for watching Bob's Workshop. Please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And take care.